Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be talking about how to apply for Canada visa as a tourist. Previously, I have made a video on how to apply for Canada visitor visa. It got over 300,000 views and a lot of comment I received where people asked me to make video specifically on how to apply for Canada tourist visa. So here is the difference between a tourist visa and a visitor visa. The requirement from visitor visa is that you are having an inviter in Canada and therefore you are supposed to upload an invitation letter. When you are applying for tourist visa, you don't have to upload invitation letter because you are simply visiting Canada as a tourist. So this video is specifically from the perspective of a tourist. This will be a step-by-step guide. I'll talk about the document part. I'll talk about the step-by-step process. Without any delay, let's begin. So please open your browser, type canada.ca, click on English, scroll down, click on Immigration and Citizenship, scroll down, click on Visit, scroll down, click on Apply for a visitor visa. If you want to read about who can apply supporting documents, you can click on these links, but I'll talk about each and everything in detail, so don't worry about that. Stay with me, click on apply. Scroll down. Now this question is asking you why are you applying for a visitor visa. This is strictly from the perspective of a tourist, so we'll click on to visit as a tourist. Get instructions. Scroll down, click on apply for a visitor visa. So here if you're applying only for yourself, you'll click on first part. If you're applying for yourself or your wife and children, you will click on third part. And if you are applying on behalf of someone else, for example you are applying for your parents, you'll click on the second part. But from this video perspective, I am applying just for myself, so I'll click on apply for a visitor visa for myself. Since I am going to show you from a start, we'll click on no. I do not have any application in process. I'll show you from a start how to create an application. Click on sign or create an IRCC secure account. So when you're applying for Canada tourist visa, you have two ways of applying. First through GCK portal, second through IRCC portal. GCK portal gives you more control and IRCC portal is more AI driven. So GCK gives you a lot of control because if you're applying from IRCC portal, you need to select the option that AI gives you. But when you are applying from GCK portal, you can type it out yourself. So both the option work just fine. IRCC is a new version, it is still in the testing phase. People generally I have seen prefer GCK portal. I will be making videos showing you how to apply from both GCK portal as well as IRCC portal. But in this video, I will show you how to apply from GCK portal. So we'll click on sign in with GCK. We will click on sign up. I accept. We'll create an username. You can create any username as long as it meets the requirement. Click on continue. Create a password. Continue. So in case you are not able to log back into your account, these recovery questions will help you. So these are the recovery questions. Then there is an hint that will help you remember those questions. So select any of this question. My memorable person hint, boxing. Memorable date, you can give your birth date or any date you want. Hint, birthday. Continue. Type in your email address. Continue. You may have received now a code on your email. So this will be something like this. Copy this, come back to the website, paste it, continue, continue, continue. So now the next step is two-factor authentication. This is done to secure your account. So I'll just simply use my email, set up your email, click on it, scroll down, I accept, type your email address, continue. Again, you would have received a one-time passcode. Copy this, come back, paste it, continue. Now these are your recovery code. In case you lost access to your account and you're not able to log back in, this recovery code will help you. So I'll suggest that take a screenshot or take a photo. Yes, I have securely recorded and stored these codes. Continue. You are done with setup. Scroll down, click on I accept. Now we will create our account. So you need to type your given name. So let us say my name is John Smith. So John is my given name and Smith is my last name or surname. As you can see, last name is mandatory, so there is an asterisk mark to it. So if only one name is on your passport, you need to mention it on your last name, even if it is your first name. Email address, I'll give the same email address that I earlier gave. Language, I prefer language English. Continue. Now again, just for security purpose, you need to give these four security question. You need to type it out yourself, any security question that you can remember, and you need to give answer to it. I have typed my security questions and answer. Now I'll click on continue. Now that we have created our account, we'll click on apply to come to Canada and we will determine our eligibility. Now we will determine eligibility and apply online. So since we are applying for visitor visa, we'll click on first part, visitor visa. It will ask you a set of questions and then it will determine if you are eligible for visitor visa or not. And based on your answer to this question, it will determine the documents that you need to upload. So what would you like to do in Canada? Visit. How are you planning to stay in Canada? Less than 6 months. India, the one that code that matches on your passport. Residence, India. I do not have any family member who is Canadian citizen or permanent resident and is 18 year or older. No. My date of birth. Next. Have you lived in Canada as a permanent resident or landed immigrant? No. Next. Are you a lawful permanent resident of United States with a valid US citizenship? No. Next. What is your marital status? Single. What is your province or territory of destination where you're going for tourism? For example, Ontario. Next. So based on your answer, you are eligible for visitor visa under 6 months. Now in the next set of questions, based on your answer, they will give you a personal checklist of the documents that you need to upload. Click on continue. What is the main purpose of your visit? Obviously tourism. As I have mentioned that if you are going to visit Canada as a tourist, you need to upload a different set of document. Generally, you need to upload fewer documents compared to if you are visiting your family in Canada. Then the requirement of uploading document is actually more. Click on next. Have you legally traveled to Canada in the last 10 years? No. Next. Do you have a valid US visa or have legally traveled to US in the past 10 years? So again, if you answer no to this question, you will need to upload a different set of document. For example, if you answer no to this question, you will need to upload proof of fund. But if you answer yes to this question, you do not need to show any proof of fund. If you don't have US visa, select no, click on continue. Do you have a job in the country where you currently live? Yes. Do you own a business in the country where you currently live? No. Do you depend on someone for financial support? No. Have you traveled to other countries in the previous 10 years? So if you select no, you don't need to upload any travel related documents. But if you select yes, you will need to upload documents. For example, a stamping on your passport. I will be selecting no. Next. Are you accompanying a family member that has a status in Canada or has recently been approved to come to Canada? So, no. Click on next. Have you ever been committed or arrested for any criminal offense? No. Next. Medical exam performed by RCC personnel in the past 12 months? No. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? No. I'm submitting it for myself. Are you giving someone access to your application? No. But for example, let us say that you are applying for your parents. So if you're applying for your parents, you are acting on their behalf. So you are an unpaid representative for them. So in that situation, you will select yes, I will be appointing a representative to apply on my behalf. But in this situation, since you are applying it yourself, you will select no. Click on next. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints and photo for the application to come to Canada? No. Next. There are fees associated with this application. Will you be paying? Yes. Next. Are you able to make a digital copy of your document? Yes. Next. Will you be paying your application fees online? Yes. Next. These are your questions and answers. Review it. Scroll down. Click on continue. If you're applying, you need to use your own account to submit your application. You cannot use someone else's account. The document size should not be larger than 4 MB, and these are the acceptable formats. And then you need to make payment. They accept Visa, MasterCard. Click on continue. Scroll down. Now this is the list of the document that is suggested to you based on the answers that you give. So this is the application form, the main form where you fill all your details, and then you need to click on upload file and you need to upload that document. I'll show you how you can exactly do that. These are the supporting documents that you also need to upload, and then these are the optional documents. So your main document is your main visa application form. Then there is your passport. So for passport, you need to take a photo of your first page, your last page, any pages with a stamp, visas or marking. Make one PDF of all those pages. Come here and upload that file. Make sure that the file size is not more than 4 MB. Proof of means of financial support. As a part of your proof of fund, you can upload your bank statement for the past 4 months. You can upload any document showing your property or your investment in your home country, get it valued by a chartered accountant. You can upload your pay stubs, your pay slips, your employment letter. These are the list of documents that you can upload that will show you that you are financially capable to come to Canada. Digital photo. Again, these are the requirements for the digital photo. So this is basically a passport size photo. You can have it clicked yourself as well from your phone. Make sure that the background is white, you are not wearing any glasses, and you are not smiling. Now this section, purpose of travel, other required. Generally, if you read, it is asking you for your flight ticket, your travel itinerary, for example, where in the hotel you will be staying. But this is not mandatory. If you do not have your flight ticket, if you do not have hotel booking, that's all right. You can do your hotel booking if it is refundable, but if it is not refundable, don't do it. What I'll suggest rather is that write a letter of explanation, write a letter showing your purpose of visit. I will make a video in future showing you how you can write a purpose of visit letter. So basically what you need to do here is that you need to tell them what is your purpose of visit, how long will you be staying in Canada, how will you be supporting yourself, for example how much funding you have, and fourth and most important thing, you need to show it to them that you have some commitments back home. For example, if you are from India, you have some ties to India. The ties could be your job, if you have ongoing lease, if you have property and investment. So these are the things that connect you back to your home country, and these are the reasons that you will go back to your home country even if you get this visa. So after your vacation you will go back to your home country. So write a purpose of visit, make sure that it shows your ongoing commitment back home, your purpose of visit, and your proof of funding. Now this section, family information, click on this. You will download a document and then you will need to fill that document. I'll show you exactly how you can fill that as well. Now remember, the size of these documents cannot exceed 4 MB. So if you want to upload any other document, you can also upload in this section, client information. For example, if you want to upload document related to your employment and you are not able to upload in any of these, so you can upload it in this section, client information as well. Three documents that you need to download from here, and then you need to fill it and come back and upload it over here is your main application form IM 5257, family information form IM 5645, and then this IM 5257, which is optional application for a temporary resident visa made outside Canada. Other than this, as you have seen, your proof of funding, your passport size photo, a letter of explanation, and your passport obviously. So by clicking on this link, you can download this application. So this is your application for visitor visa form 5257E. You need to fill this form and then you need to validate it. Once you validate, it will come yes here and it will generate a barcode for you. So let me show you how to do that. So this is your main application. I have already filled it. So I want service in English. Visa requested is visitor visa. Since I have already validated it, you should see yes in validated. My full name is this is your surname, which is Smith. My given name, first name is John. uh, have you ever used any other name? So if you are a woman and you have changed your name after marriage, you should select yes. If you select yes, this will become editable and you need to give your surname over here and your given name over here. Since for the purpose of this video I have not changed my name, so I'll select no. My gender is male. This is my date of birth. My place of birth is Kolkata. My residence, my country is India. Since my country of residence is India itself and I'm a citizen of India, I don't need to type from to date. But let us say that if you're working in some other country and you are a resident of that country, then you need to select here working, and then you need to give date from to. But since I'm citizen itself, I don't need to give these details here. Previous country or territory of residence, if you have lived in any other country for in the past 5 years for more than 6 months, you need to select yes and you need to give details. If in the past 5 years you have not lived in any country for more than 6 months, you need to select no, obviously, other than your home country, which is India. Country or territory where applying. So if you're applying from the same country where you are resident currently, for example, if you're applying from India and you are a resident and citizen of India, you need to select yes over here. If you're applying from a country that is different from your country of residence, for example, if you're applying from say UAE, then you need to select no and then you need to give UAE details over here. Your current marital status, I'm single, I have selected single. If you select married over here, then you need to give details of your spouse, but since I'm single, I will select single. Scroll down. Have you previously been married? No. If you select yes, again all these details you need to give related to your spouse. This is your native language. I have selected Urdu. I'm able to communicate in English. In which language are you most at ease? You can select English over here as well, so you can type English. Have you taken a test from a designated testing agency to assess your English proficiency? No. Passport, this is my passport number. I am an Indian. It was issued in India. The issue date is 1st Jan 2020 to 1st Jan 2030. Since you are an Indian citizen, question 5 and 6 is not applicable to you because this is related to Taiwan and Israel. National identity document, if you want, you can select yes and then you can give your Aadhaar card details over here or your passport details over here. But if you are an Indian, I don't think we have a national identity document as such. So even if you select no and do not give any details here, that should be perfectly fine. US permanent resident card, I do not have it, so I've selected no. Again, if you select no, no need to give document number or expiry date. Contact information. So if one is filling this form on your behalf, who is your representative, So you need to type their mailing address and their email address, because this current mailing address is for the purpose of correspondence. For example, if they want to send any communication to you, if ISCC wants to send any communication to you, they will send it on this mailing address. And for the purpose of biometric and passport requests, they'll send information on this email address. So if there is any representative who is doing it for you, you can select their current email mailing address and their email address. But if you're doing it yourself, your current mailing address will be your mailing address, your email address will be your email address, residential address will be your address regardless. So if you're doing it yourself and you have selected your mailing address, you can select as your residential address, yes, same as mailing address. But if you have given your current mailing address as your representative address, and residential address you want to give your own address, select no and give your own address over here. But since I am doing it for myself, my mailing address is same as my residential address, I will select yes. Telephone, if it is of any other country, select other and can give country code. Phone number, alternate telephone number, if you want you can give it. Fax number, if you want you can give it. Email address, I've already talked about it. Purpose of visit is tourism. So I will be visiting from 1st March till 12th March. It is advisable that you have 2 weeks or 3 weeks of vacation, not more than that, because 3 weeks of vacation is actually too much. So if, let us say that if you are filling in 6 months here, so this will arise some suspicion, because who visit on the purpose of tourism for 6 months? Fund available for my stay, I have mentioned 7,500 Canadian dollar. You can mention 5,000 or whatever is available with you. But if you are mentioning anything over here, you need to show it. You need to upload documents showing that you have this fund available with you. Name, address, relationship of any person or institution you will visit. So if you know anyone in Canada, give their details. But since we are going for tourism, you any place that you're going to visit, give their detail. So I mentioned this national park and the address there. Education, highest level of post secondary education, so from which date to which date, field of study, Bachelor of Commerce, University of Kolkata, this is the address. Employment, remember that it should be for the past 10 years and you cannot leave any gaps in between. So even if you are a student, you need to select from 2013, since we are in 2023 right now. 2013 to 2017 I was a student, so you select a student, Kolkata, University of Calcutta. After 2017, if you have been working, so let us say you are working as an auditor, you can select your occupation as an auditor. Your employer, let us say it's Deloitte, you can select Deloitte. And address, if you are unemployed, you can simply mention unemployed, as I have mentioned from 2017 till 2023. Again, not advisable to be unemployed for this long, but if you are unemployed, just mention unemployed. Now these are your security and health related question. Have you ever had tuberculosis in the past 2 years? No. Mental disorder? No. If you have remained beyond validity in Canada? No. Have you ever been refused? No. Have you ever been refused visa? No. Have you previously applied to enter or remain in Canada? No. Have you ever committed, arrested? No. Did you serve in military? No. Have you ever been a member of any political party? No. Witnessed looting, desecration of religious buildings? No. Do you consent to be contacted by CIC? Yes. Now this part is your signature part. So you can take a printout, you can manually hand sign it over here, but this could mess with the barcode that will get generated with when you validate it. So second option is that you can just manually type your name, just like I've done it here, John Smith, and give date. Validate it. When you validate, it will generate a barcode for you. So this is how the barcode looks like. Now this form 5257E you will go to your visa application and then you will upload this form 5257E. Second form that we are going to talk about is related to your family information. So this family information form 5654E, so this applicant section is your section. So you need to mention your name, John Smith, single, date of birth, India, your address, and your occupation. If you are employed, mention employed. And second part is your spouse. So this is your spouse part. Since you have mentioned that you are single, you do not need to fill the second part. Third part is your mother. So Mary Smith, married, date of birth, of present occupation, homemaker. A lot of you have questioned what you need to fill. So if she's not working, if your mother is not working, if she's a homemaker, you can select homemaker. Now this question, will accompany you to Canada. If she is accompanying you to Canada, if she's coming with you, select yes. If not, you can leave it as no. This is your father section, similar drill. Your father name, his married, his date of birth, his country, his address, if he's retired, and his if he's accompanying you to Canada. In my case, he's not. Section B is children. Again, same drill. Their name, their relationship with you, their occupation, and if they will be accompanying you to Canada. So since I have selected single, I do not need to fill section B. Scroll down. Section C is your brothers and sisters. If you have any brothers and sisters, this will be same drill. Their name, their marital status, country of birth, their occupation, and if they will be accompanying you to Canada or not. So once you fill in all these details, you need to sign it and you need to give detail. In this case, you can take a printout and you can manually hand sign it over here, this form. So this will not generate any barcode, so you can manually hand sign, it should be fine. Now let's talk about third form, application for temporary residence. So I am the principal applicant. My surname is Smith. My given name is John. My date of birth is this. UCI you don't have to update. Military service, no. Have you ever witnessed, participated in ill treatment of civilians? No. Members of association with organization? No. Government position? No. Previous travel, if you have any previous travel, select yes and give details over here, from, to, location, purpose of travel. If you do not have any previous travel, if you have not visited any country, select no and then validate it. Now that the three form that we have filled, IM 5257, 5645 and this 5257 application for a temporary resident visa made outside Canada, you need to come back here and you need to upload all these three files. So I've already shown you how to fill it. Come back here, upload these files, upload your passport, upload proof of financial support, upload a digital photo, upload a purpose of travel, example, letter of explanation, your purpose of visit. If anything else you want to upload to support your application, like your employment related documents, you can also upload it in client information section. Now this will be your fees. $100 is your visitor visa application fees, $85 is your biometric fees, $185 Canadian dollar will be your total fees. You upload all the document and you submit your application, you make the payment, and that is it. And sometimes you will receive an instruction for biometric and a request for your passport. So this is how you fill it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me on my Instagram. I will be giving my link in description, as well as you can see my Instagram handle on the screen. Thank you so much.